What's up, guys? It's Ice, and today I'm here to talk to you about factions upgrades. So this is one of the cool things that we have here on OpTicCraft, and it's designed to fill the void of the boring, I don't know, month 3, 4 of a factions reset where you got your base complete and perfected, you've got all your spawners, you got all this money, and you have nothing to spend it on. So, well, we gave you things to spend it on. Let's check it out. F upgrade. All right, so I already purchased one of these for my faction, but this is Power Regeneration. As you can see here, I've already have level 1, and it increases the power per hour that I receive by 2. So this means that normally my the max power per player is 20 here, and if you die, you lose 4 power. Well, this means that you regain your power a little bit faster. So you regain 4 per hour. Well, I currently do with my faction here. I regain 4 instead of the normal 2 because I purchased this upgrade. So you can see the next one here costs 500,000, which is, I think, a little low, but it's 500,000, and it increases your power per hour by a total of 5. So you'd gain 7 power per hour here. That's really awesome for PvP factions. That means you can go into people's land and kill them and know that you'll get that power back very, very quickly. So let me just show you. Let me just purchase that. All right, well, I've maxed my levels out on that. And so I have to look at other upgrades that I can get. Power loss. So this means that when I kill somebody, I would do 2 extra power loss to them. That costs me 2 mil. So if I see somebody in my territory and they're creeping and I go kill them, well, they'll lose 2 extra power instead of just 2. So they'd lose a total of 4 now with this upgrade. So I'll just purchase that. There you go. So the next one costs 10 million and it'll do 5 more power loss to enemies. So that's pretty fun. Next one is spawn rates. This is probably the most, well, the second strongest upgrade here. This costs 5 mil, and it gives you a 25% spawn rate increase to your spawners. That is a huge return investment. If you got 60 spawners and now they're 25% faster, you'd get that 5 mil back so quickly. So I'm going to do that. And look at that. The next one's 20 million, and that increases it by 50%. So that's huge. That's expensive, but it's still worth it if your faction can afford it. So now you can see some of these are probably geared toward bigger factions. Smaller factions probably will not be able to access the $20 million 50% spawn rate increase, but that's okay. Big factions can save up for it and they can spend it. It's awesome. This one increases your MCMMO XP rate. 10% extra XP for players in your faction. I think on this one specifically, and maybe a couple others, you have to have been in the faction for a couple days for this to kick in. Obviously, to prevent people from like selling faction slots so people can get extra XP. But this costs 10 mil, and you'll just gain MCMMO 10% faster. Pretty cool. Let's buy one of those. Oh, look at the next one is 20% increase, and it's 25 mil. That's probably out of the range of most factions. Unless a faction is really interested in grinding MCMMO, they're probably not going to get that. But that's there if they want it. 25 million. Castle boost. 10% destruction time increase for 1 mil. Totally, totally worth it. If you're a faction that likes to grab the castle, because the castle gives you that passive income, and it also gives you the 100% spawner increase. So it doubles your spawner rates while you control the castle. That's huge. Yeah, that does stack on top of this. So if you control the castle, you have some sick upgrades, and this upgrade will decrease the time it takes for you to destroy the castle. All right, ability cooldown. So this is for MCMMO again. This means that your MCMMO abilities have a 10% reduction in their cooldown. It means you can use Cleave faster. It means you can use Serrated Strikes faster. It means you can use Super Breaker faster. This would be pretty great for any PvP faction. And I think there's maybe more than one. Yep, 20% increase for 5 mil. Let's grab it. Oh, 30% increase for 15. I think that's probably the max. Yep. So I can't grab any more. Yeah. Can't grab any more. Max level. Fun stuff. Block durability increases. This is probably the most powerful. So this is for 10 million. It will increase all block durabilities in your land. Now, that's a little misleading because it's not going to like increase like ferns. It's not going to increase your ferns. I'm looking at my background here. It's not going to increase your flower block durability. It's not going to increase your leaves. It'll increase the stuff that you build walls out of. So that would be like stone, cobblestone, obsidian, sand. It'll increase the block durabilities of those by 1, which will make nuking much, much harder, if not impossible, at some of the higher levels. So I'm just gonna rush right through these. It's not gonna cost me anything because I'm an admin, but let me show you here really quick. So the next one's 2, 50 mil for increase all by 5. I mean, if you're a big faction and you think that, and you're just really tired of having to check your walls all the time, this would really, really help you. It would take so much longer to nuke your walls. It would take so much longer to raid you. It would take more TNT to raid you. It'd be more expensive to raid you. This will be a big upgrade for a lot of factions if they can afford it. I'll just grab that max one as well. All right, crop growth rates. So all crop growth rates are boosted by 5%. That's 500K. So that means your crops grow 5% faster. Not a whole lot, but in the grand scheme of things, if you build like a cactus farm, that's probably a large amount. So let's go. I think you can go through these 10%, 20%, 50%, 100%. Now we're at max. So as you saw, that would cost a lot of money. You can't just roll through that. Faction warps adds 2 extra faction warps to your faction, 2 mil, 5 extra, 10 extra. We're at max. And excuse me. And finally, we have damage reduction. So this will increase this will increase the decrease of the damage reduction in your territory. So 5% extra damage reduction. So that means I think you already take 10%. I think that's what we have it configured at, 10% less damage if you're in your own territory. This will mean you take 15% less damage. For 5 million, you can go up here, 10. So total max of 30% less damage in your territory. That'll be really good for fighting off people that are trying to raid you. So that's all the faction upgrades, and I hope you guys check them out because that's a big part of our factions here, and if you're not doing them, you're missing out. All right, I'll see you next time on OpTicCraft Explained.